Oh, that's the ticket she gave me after scanning my QR code from my mobile. 1 o'clock. And she gave me a small beer in these hotels. Let me drink beer this time. I'm going to drink this beer now. Let me taste it. I almost finished the beer, but I'm not getting any kick. So cool. Brewing rights gate. This is the gate and all this. It's now appearing like this. Yeah. This is the second ice keeping. Cellar. Beware of your heads. Ay. Ay. What is this? Underground, so many recesses here. To store the beer.
The historical part of our cellars. And now I will tell you something about three main purposes of this underground for medieval people. First and the most obvious one is that people stored here their food and beer. They were stored in these barrels, and then these barrels were placed on these barrels benches or in the niches, which you can see over here. They were placed on these spots because these spots were dry without water, because water could damage these barrels. Another reason why they built this underground is that it provided them access to clean drinking water for whole medieval Pilsen. In our underground is about 360 wells, which is a lot, from which around 280 are discovered, and 20 you will see along the way during our journey. And lastly, as time went, these cellars were connected by a new corridor, and this underground grew on importance, and soon it became an integral part of Pilsen's defenses, because people could hide here when Pilsen was besieged, and they had here all necessary supplies and water, so Pilsen could withstand long sieges. And also defenders could spread beneath the city without notice, so that was really handy for defenders during times of war. And to these days you can see scratches left on walls by medieval miners. Medieval miners used handmade tools to carve these undergrounds into sandstone bedrock. So it was very hard and time-consuming job, and they left here a lot of their mining equipment. For example, tubs and hammers and etc. etc. For example, they used tubs to bring rubble from the mining back to the surface. You will have chance to take a look on this mining equipment in the following corridor, along with another archaeological findings from our underground. So now I will give you a while to take a look on this cellar, and then after you are done with looking, come to me, please. I will be waiting for you.
So this house is above this building, above this cellar.
These were holes dug in the ground in medieval ages, and they used them to fill them with rubbish, broken things of daily use, and for example dead animals. And when these waste pits were full, they were sealed, so oxygen didn't get inside. So these findings from them are usually very preserved, even to these days. So archaeologists found in one of these waste pits, for example, skull of medieval horse, which you can see over there in the display. And historians have concluded that size of medieval horse equals size of today's pony. So not just people, but animals were smaller as well. And in this display was a model of typical medieval courtyard. They had to be a well waste.
Medieval plot.
Along this wall,
Tunnels continues.
wooden piping is mostly submerged in the water, so oxygen doesn't get there. So that wooden piping is very preserved even to these days. So it will be on your left side. So please feel free to take a look.
Oh, water wells. These are the original wells. Can you see? The well is closed.
And here is the element wall. There's one room behind the corner. So here you can see Pilsen's coats of arms, and I will start with the oldest and original symbol.
Oh, too many underground tunnels are here.
we can move
That
on.
was close.
In the following corridor, please follow me.
Water. Well.
And now please everyone for attending to me so we can continue on our journey. And on following stops you will learn what crafts to make of Malta and how those birds are bringing us out. Please everyone for attending to me.
No money? No money? He stole some money and dropped it here somewhere. If you find, you have to return it. Yes. Here.
Okay, so please move forward a bit so you get to stand here. So in medieval ages, people had to make everything by themselves, so crafts were very important for them. And in medieval Pilsen, it was no different. Over there in the display, you can see typical products, which were usually made out of leather. They were made from... So Pilsen stove makers were very famous and they were sought after across whole Central Europe because they were really good in their craft. And they made stoves for Emperor Rudolf II.
So many compartments.
This treasure box is called Mother of Guild because it contained every important written document and money of that guild to which it belonged. Above you can see a ceremonial ferrule, and these ceremonial ferrules were used during ceremonies where
Oh, this one, big apple is telling. Ah, wow.